From the students of the Department of Meteorology and Atmospheric Science, here is your Penn State Campus Weather Service forecast.
Good morning, I'm Jonah Hurley. Getting a live look at Beaver Stadium, we've got some light snow flurries in the area, making it a bit hard to see Mount Nittany on the right side of the shot there. We've got some pretty cold temperatures around at about 18 degrees right now, with that feels like of around 6 degrees, winds of about 10 miles an hour. Getting a look at the entire state, we've got those light snow flurries around through much of the state. Not a whole lot that's very impactful, but a lot of flakes across Pennsylvania, and that's much the same across most of the Northeast. You can see this system moving through very slowly with not a whole lot of impacts, but still a lot of flakes. Getting a look at temperatures, we've got widespread teens and a few upper 20s into the eastern portions of the state, and that's much of the same throughout the entire state, maxing out at about 25 in Philly with widespread teens. And getting a look at the short-term future weather we're expecting, we've got those 20s continuing into tonight with those snow flurries slowly decreasing throughout the day, and slowly decreasing cloud cover as well as decreasing temperatures. We'll be seeing a lot of single digits around, similar to the previous few nights, before warming up into the 20s for tomorrow, with those partly cloudy skies still expected for much of the state. Looking at wind speeds, we've got some fairly windy conditions across the state right now, generally mid-20s as it stands, but moving into the overnight and tomorrow morning, we'll see that increase into the potentially mid-30s for wind gusts. So not quite as impactful as our system we had over the weekend, but still fairly windy before we see those conditions decrease into Saturday. Getting a look at the Northeast US and our midterm future radar, we've got that big system that impacted the mid-Atlantic the last couple of days, moving off into the Atlantic Ocean, and we've got those light flurries over Pennsylvania right now. We'll see that cloud cover start to decrease moving into Saturday, with a few weak systems moving through that won't have enough moisture to really produce any precipitation. Moving into Sunday, much of the same, and then moving into Monday, we've got a little bit of rain coming through, not a whole ton of impacts expected with that, but still could be some precipitation. Either way, definitely a welcome change from the active stretch of weather we've had recently. Looking at temperatures as a whole, we've got pretty average conditions across the eastern third of the country, and some much warmer conditions across the western two-thirds of the country. For today, we're expecting a high of 23 degrees, with some light snow showers sticking around, and some relatively windy conditions with gusts possibly into the mid-20s. For tonight, we're expecting around 16 degrees with some slight clearing, with those windy conditions still sticking around for now. And moving into tomorrow, we see that clearing continue with a high of 27 and some breezy conditions, especially in the morning, where we could see gusts up to 30 miles an hour. For our 7-day forecast, we start off pretty cold in the mid-20s for today and tomorrow, before warming up slightly into the upper 30s for our thaw weekend, with relatively pleasant conditions compared to what we've been having. We also continue to warm into early next week, with widespread mid-40s expected, which is downright pleasant compared to what we've had recently. Mostly cloudy skies are expected, with some of that aforementioned precip that we are looking at for Monday night into Tuesday. I'm Jonah Hurley. Have a wonderful day.